In Commerce City, Colorado, a family is chatting on their front lawn when the twin sisters living across the street begin yelling racial slurs at them.
Fat Mexican bitches! Compared to me, who are you?
According to witnesses, both sisters are drunk. One of them allegedly attacked one of the neighbors earlier in the day, retreating across the street when the victim called the police.
Dumbass! Oh my God, you can't even say dumbass. I can't get my pants up. You have your pants. Yeah, they were, and they're coming here. Who do you think they're going to believe? Me! What is wrong with you?
You're drunk. I'm not. Who's going to jail?
You are.
You came to my property.
Despite the sisters screaming at them in stereo, the situation serves as a good reminder that recording neighborhood conflicts creates not just viral videos, but evidence as well.
But for real, because you try to touch her, y'all are behind the cross the street. We probably all did crime.
They'll figure it out.
When the police arrive, the twins immediately try to spin their version of the events.
These people started. She just pulled my hair and sucked you in the face. That girl right there. I could literally walk there.
By now, police are familiar with their antics, having already gotten reports the sisters were drunk and out of control outside of their home before attacking their neighbors.
This is not looking good for you.
Okay,
Let me
this
just tell you
woman
that right
attacked
now.
me.
Go wait at your house.
It's not good because
Go wait at your house.
I'm famous.
Okay, go wait at your house.
I'm not going to.
You talk crap to them one more time, you're going to jail.
They attacked me one more time. Old fat Mexican bitches.
Who were they fighting?
I'm not asking for your permission.
First they start yelling stuff.
We're not.
As the neighbors confirm the victim's version of the events, the twins are still running their mouths.
Congratulations, I hope y'all are on parole or whatever. We're gonna live here for the rest of the year. Y'all are too fat for parole, so I wouldn't bet that.
With predictable results.
Looking real
yeah.
good for you.
Yeah.
After watching the recorded evidence, police arrest the sisters. Each is charged with 2 counts of bias-motivated crime and 1 count of third-degree trespass. The family and neighbors thank the local police department for their quick and helpful response.
Looking real good for you.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
Deptford is a quiet suburb in New Jersey, and where George Nagus, the man driving the car in this video, believes would be a perfect place to settle down and raise a family. Even the fake blue palm trees in his next-door neighbor's yard don't put him off spending his entire savings on his first house. However, after he moves in, a dispute with the same neighbor over the property boundary threatens to derail his new life.
Don't come over my side anymore.
Where that post is my property line?
No, your
Just step back.
your property line is back there.
You don't know where the property line is? You do it again, I had a surveyor on here. You can try to take me all you want, I really don't care.
Where is your surveyor?
Don't worry about it.
Show me the markers.
I don't have to show you I have to show you
The neighbors claiming the fence line is inaccurate, and the caution tape is the actual property line.
My poop.
You don't know who you're with.
Okay, coward.
Well, come on over and meet me in the street if I'm a coward, punk. Meet me in the street. Let's go.
You see your
Let's go.
You
and
see-
me, let's go, punk.
you see your
You
fence?
call me a coward? Let's go.
You see your fence? Don't come
see-
on.
I'll
Don't
come
call.
on the- Come over there right now.
Now you're trespassing.
I'll come right on my property.
Now you're trespassing.
My
Boom.
property right here.
You're
right here's my
trespassing.
property line. Right here. Come on. Call the cops if I'm trespassing.
And in fact, in the past 2 years, George has called the police at least 6 times.
Okay.
You're
Who jumped over
This
whose
is my
fence?
property, dude. I'm a little bitch.
Keep acting like that.
Who can argue with the neighbor who invents his own property line dance? Definitely not George. He can barely contain his laughter.
You ain't gonna move me at all. I'll stay right here all day.
You stay there. I got all day too.
Okay, good.
In no mood to back down, the neighbor starts hammering in post where he thinks the boundary should be.
Bash you.
Now you're threatening me.
That's your head right there. See it going in, Brown?
Now you're
Show
threatening
it to
me.
the cops.
That will be showed to the prosecutor.
Oh, you just shut up.
While most disputes are settled on the local township level, this one goes to court.
That post will be ripped out.
Okay, show your ass.
Turns out that George owns more than he thinks, and the neighbor is forced to move his fence 3 feet back. The judge issues a no-contact order to prevent any further harassment.
Threatening.
See you later, girlfriend.
This truce holds for a while. But recently, the neighbor is seen recklessly firing a BB gun in his yard, and George reports him to the cops. They don't press charges, but this local war rages on.
I'm a little bitch.
It's a rainy afternoon in this Bothell, Washington suburb. A truck is making the rounds, delivering everything from light bulbs to kitty litter to the neighborhood's residents. But he's not the only one with a regular schedule. Seconds after the truck turns the corner, a car stops in front of a home. Cutting across the lawn saves time, but the porch pirate is about to regret taking the shortcut. It looks like the package thief's lucky day, finding 3 mystery boxes. Until the wet grass delivers an instant dose of karma. Still trying to make her escape, she quickly finds out ankles aren't supposed to bend that way. Now stuck in the mud, her accomplice is forced to blow his cover to come to her rescue. After awkwardly carrying her to the car, he returns for his top priority, the stolen merch. With everything and everyone shoved into the car, the thieves make their getaway. Hopefully for them, one of the boxes includes an ice pack.
Someone's messing with your signs.
Annoyed that neighbors keep stealing his chosen candidate's campaign signs, this homeowner is ready to defend his turf, paintball style.
Got the bait pile all filled up with bait, ready to go. Got the old gun ready to go. Come try and steal my again.
Lying in wait for hours, the homeowner watches over his lawn, paintballs primed and ready for action. When the sneaky sign bandits make their move, they get the message loud and clear to keep their hands to themselves. Apparently, not everyone in the neighborhood has heard about this homeowner's tenacity towards protecting his property. For another neighbor attempts to steal the signs the very next night.
What the
And he also receives a barrage of paintballs. So remember, when it comes to lawn signs, to paraphrase our 44th president, don't steal, vote.
I see him running.
Out of here. It's the middle of the night in Bay City, Michigan, where the neighbors have called police on a drunk woman causing a ruckus in her neighborhood, and for doing much worse.
Hi. What's going on?
I threw some little kittens out in there.
Why?
Yeah, I just want to be by
Threw the
myself.
kittens?
I ain't throwing my gently son around that little box out there.
Why would you do that?
Because I live here.
Oh, you don't want them?
The woman does appear to be intoxicated and is admitting to what the neighbors said when they called 911, that she was throwing kittens out of her window.
I don't know.
threw them,
Someone
please.
called us and said that you were
I bet
throwing
they
kittens.
did.
No, ma'am. Hey,
Talk to us,
talk to us. I don't know.
Ma'am, what's going on? What's the problem? What's the problem? I'm drunk at home?
No.
The suspect provides few answers, so the officer finds some neighbors to get a clearer picture.
Who can give me some information? Because I'm not getting a whole lot.
While the other officer tries to calm the inebriated suspect.
Hey, just calm down, all right?
Okay, this is what happened. She got mad. I don't know what the whole story, but she got mad, okay? She started whipping the kittens, okay?
Whipping them, throwing them?
Yeah, just like you know how you throw a baseball like that.
Just come over here, Lacey.
No, I'm sick of this. I didn't do. She grabbed the mom and just walked her across the street.
No, we're fine right here.
I'm a stripper.
Okay.
You gonna see my double D? Cause I'm at home. I ain't did. My friend and his boys, he told his boys to go get a box and put them in there.
Okay.
The officer makes her way to some kids across the street who have gathered the kittens and put them in a box for safety.
Hi, kiddos. What's going on? Nothing? Making friends with the cats?
Tyler.
They need their mom.
Yeah, their mom ran off in the bushes.
Oh, these little guys are too young. They need their mommy.
With statements from multiple neighbors, the officers place the woman under arrest.
Lacey, stand up.
What, you're right?
Yeah, put your hands behind your back. Right now, you're under arrest for animal cruelty.
I didn't even do anything.
Leaving them with one last incredibly important job.
Hi, Mama.
Reuniting Mama Cat with her kittens. 34-year-old Lacey Williams pleads guilty to abandonment or cruelty to animals and drunk or disorderly conduct in public. She is sentenced to 15 months probation and ordered not to own animals in the future. But this story does have a happy ending. The mother cat and her kittens are taken by city animal control and all quickly adopted into loving homes where they don't have to fear being thrown out of a window. Doorbell cams offer homeowners a sense of security for everything from would-be thieves to unwanted visitors.
Shut up.
But they also allow parents to spot which neighborhood kid is up to no good. Like this one in Bend, Oregon, who's on the run from cops after vandalizing a home.
Hey, girls. Which way did that kid run? Yeah, which way did he run?
30 minutes later, with the coast now clear, the boy nonchalantly hops out of the can and makes his escape. And as long as the owner of the video doesn't turn it over to the police, this ploy works great. When it comes to fights between neighbors, the pettiest argument can turn into a serious confrontation.
I don't give a how big you are. I'll kick your ass.
He said beat them.
I will kick your ass, and don't touch me.
Hit me.
I'm not gonna hit you, because I know where I'm going if I hit you.
These neighbors are heated with one another after the taller one allegedly stole, of all things, his neighbor's Pop-Tarts.
Hey, touch me again, I will hit you, man.
Their group of buddies from around the neighborhood are recording the entire clash.
I'm not Drop it. Oh, what's up?
Suddenly, the verbal threats take a physical turn.
I tell you, I knew it was gonna happen.
Despite their difference in size, the smaller neighbor isn't backing down. In fact, he may even have the upper hand.
Dad keep beating your ass. Dad keeps beating the out of you. Dad keeps beating your ass.
The two go to the ground, where the taller one's size is much less of an advantage.
Don't let him do it.
They get back to their feet.
Jay, put that down. Quit being a bitch.
The taller one swings his keys wildly at his neighbor. But the original Pop-Tart owner shows no signs of backing down, bringing the fight back to the ground and punching his foe in the temple.
Ooh, damn.
The two separate to catch their breath, while the neighborhood watches on and roasts their buddy for fighting dirty by using his keys.
No, you broke them bitches off. That was a ass move. I can't even give you props for that one. Hit nobody with your key.
And with the fight over, the neighbors are able to talk a bit about what led to the scuffle.
Hit me first. Hey, what happened?
Hey.
The neighbors go their separate ways and don't confront each other again. This man proves that if you mess with his food, it's not about the size of the neighbor in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the neighbor.
Ooh, damn.